able to get that off yet. Alright, but let's see what our opponent does though. Our opponent has the Raichu, they've got the... Okay. Our opponent actually does not have a way of removing Stealth Rocks, so pretty sure we just want to go for a Stealth Rocks right off the bat here. And I don't think our opponent can stop it, we do have the Focus Sash. Unless they lead off the Raichu, maybe I can start off with something else first. Let's go with this. And let's see how our opponent responds here. Alright, Tapu Lele Revenge kills Scizor really well. Yes it does. If you teach it Hidden Power Fire, it can usually get a pretty hard kill on Scizor, and as well as blocking the Bullet Punch actually, giving your opponent a lot less options. Although it doesn't actually do the counter job very well though, that's the thing. Because it probably can't take too many U-turns from a Choice Banded Scizor. Hold on, I will disconnect and reconnect. Alright, then Ultimate Net go. Whenever you want though, just invite me to the next battle and I'll automatically accept. Would Salazzle be a decent one as well? I'm actually not sure how many hits a Salazzle could take from a Choice Band Scizor, actually. Probably less than 3, though. I wouldn't be surprised if it does get 2-hit KO'd by Bullet Punch. Or U-turn, actually. Our opponent does start off with the Scizor, though. Uh-oh, interesting choice. We are definitely going to U-turn off of this thing, though. So, here comes our U-turn. Our opponent is slower, it seems. That or we won the speed tie, which we kind of didn't win at this point. So, let's see what our opponent does next. I don't actually know what to switch in onto the Scizor. I think Tapu Hunter is my best bet though, so let's switch in Tapu Hunter really fast. Come on in, Tapu Hunter. And let's see what our opponent Scizor tries to do to us. It is going to Swords Dance actually. Welp. We actually don't have an answer to Scizor on our team. I just noticed that right now. That is pretty bad here. Am I still allowed to use the Memento? I don't think so. I'm just gonna use a regular Memento here. Alright, our opponent is gonna use a U-turn though. Kicking off of our Tapu Hunter here really hard. Doing more than half its life actually. Ouch. However, let's see what our opponent tries to bring in though. Our opponent is going to bring in the Raichu, actually. So here comes the Raichu. We are going to be able to use Memento right now and take down the Raichu just like that. Or not take down the Raichu, but at least weaken it enough so that we can switch in whatever we want, and it can't do anything to us here. So Tapu Hunter is going to go down just like that. Goodbye, Tapu Hunter. However, we do get a free switch in onto, I guess... Yeah, Nilly should do just fine against this thing. Without the super effective damage from Psychic, I doubt Raichu would be able to one-shot a Nilly. So come on out, Nilly. Nilly is going to help us set up some Stealth Rocks right now. And here we go. I'm expecting that thing to possibly have Fake Out. No Fake Out to break our Sash. Alright, perfect. So no matter what, we will definitely be able to take whatever hits this thing has to throw at us. Here comes a Stealth Rock. Definitely not even enough damage to even kill us, actually, without the Memento drop, I think. Alright, not bad. And at this point, do I need the Heligo to kill anything on my opponent's team? I will need it for the Marowak and the Primarina, actually, so we should keep that in mind right now. Let's go fire out a Sludge Bomb here. I don't think there's anything that my opponent has that can take this very well. So here comes another Psychic from Raichu, though. We're going to take another hard hit right there. However, I think we can survive 3 of them, actually. So let's go fire out a Sludge Bomb here and do as much damage to Raichu as possible. Raichu is going to be fairly weakened at this point. And our opponent has a Scizor, though. I don't want to die to that. Could always go out to Slee over here really fast. Alright, come on back, Nilly. I do want Nilly alive because Nilly does hit a lot of my opponent's Pokemon really hard. I think it was a mistake for me to switch it and stay in and try to hurt this thing more. However, we are going to eat a Psychic to the face. I'm not really sure about bringing Tapu Hunter into this battle. Tapu Hunter didn't really do much for me there. However, let's see what our opponent's going to try and bring in to take this hit. Probably the Marowak, I think. I think Marowak's our opponent's best way of taking hits from this thing. That or the opponent's own Scizor. However, we are going to be firing out a U-turn though. Raichu is going to use the Volt Switch, trying to get some last minute damage on us before it goes out. but not going to deal too much damage to us because of the memento there. We do have our stealth rocks up now at this point, so whatever our opponent decides to switch in is going to get taxed pretty hard in terms of damage here. Alright, then I only have one fire type. No wonder mom's cheating on you. Alright then, oh man, there's a lot I still haven't read in chat here. I usually try to read all my chat, but sometimes the chat just goes too fast for me to actually read anything. Alright, the Marowak is going to take a lot of damage because of the stealth rocks and the U-turn there. And we are going to go straight into... I think Nilly actually can deal with this guy pretty well. So let's bring out Nilly once more, and we're just going to go fire off a power gem right here. And I don't think my opponent can actually switch anything in to take this Fairy Ball, so... Besides the Scissor, possibly, but we're just going to fire off the power gem anyways. Doesn't Scissor have defog? Scissor does not get defog pre-bank, so there's not really much our opponent can do about that. Unless you guys want to do post-bank battles. I don't mind the people hacking post-bank Pokemon. It doesn't really matter to me. And not legal yet, Guru. What the fuck? Pokebank sucks? I know it does suck. Lily is bae. Wait, what? Where did that come out from? Alright, here comes our opponent's Pokemon though, and here comes Psychic Surge. I'm expecting a Psychic, although our opponent could try and predict and use... I don't know what our opponent would do actually. Alright, let's go switch out here really fast though. I definitely do not want to take too much damage on Nilly right now. So come on back Nilly, and let's go Cow. Let's see what this thing does. Alright, he is going to fire off the Extra Sensory actually. And that also brings me to the conclusion that this thing probably is Choice Scarf, because no one sane enough would actually bring in a Tapu Lele that would be outsped by a Nihilego here. So probably a Choice Scarf Tapu Lele, which means he is going to be locked into the, what was it, Extra Sensory. So what would our opponent bring in response to this though? Probably Primarina or something. Probably Primarina. Let's go switch around though, just to see what our opponent does. Our opponent does stay in, so good thing I did switch out. Maybe that thing was not actually choiced. Maybe that thing was... Oh, interesting. Our opponent was actually crazy enough to send this thing in against a Nihilego. I could have killed that thing in one shot with Sludge Wave, or Sludge Bomb rather. Alright, interesting choice from our opponent. However, if our opponent doesn't switch out now, they are going to take a ton of damage from what I'm about to do next to him. So... let's go fire off the Gyro Ball here really fast and see how much damage we can do to our opponent here. Our opponent is going to switch out Fala and send in Wolwer Rock. Alright, Wolwer Rock is going to come in. And we are going to be able to fire off a Gyro Ball just like that, and it is going to one-shot this thing. So, goodbye Wolwer Rock. Oh, wow, that thing actually lived. Well, I guess that thing's kind of slow then. However, we don't want to take too much damage against this thing, so why don't we send out... Cow should be able to take a hit from this thing fairly well here. Unless this thing is a Stealth Rocker, actually. Oh, maybe I should have just stayed in and started Rapid Spinning. Oh, I forgot about that! This thing could be a Stealth Rocker. Alright, well, I completely forgot about that. I should have just stayed in and started Rapid Spinning until that thing died or killed me. Well, my mistake there. And we're gonna suffer from that really hard here. We should be able to fire out a Dark Pulse, though, and kill whatever our opponent tries to do. Our opponent could also switch into the Primarina. Primarina does counter us pretty hard here. Let's fire off the Dark Pulse. I have a feeling they don't want to actually keep Wolver Rock alive. Oh, our opponent is going to try and keep Wolver Rock alive, actually. And send in the Fala, actually. So here comes the Fala. And it's going to take a bit more Stealth Rocks damage, just like that. We're going to fire off the Dark Pulse. Let's see how much damage we can do with the Dark Pulse. It is going to do a respectable amount of damage, however, not really well enough. And the weirdness is going to disappear from the battlefield. Our opponent could try to predict us to switch out here. Moonblast, Hidden Power Fire. Probably the Hidden Power Fire, actually. Do I need my Cow to deal with anything my opponent has left? Actually, nothing really, besides the Marowak, right? And we killed the Marowak already. I'm going to keep this guy in and actually just die with this. So let's go fire off another Dark Pulse here. Flatter? Flatter? What? What? Alright, well, we are confused. We have a 2/3 chance of attacking, though. Confusion was nerfed here. And we are going to smack ourselves in the face, sadly. No! Why, Cow? Why would you do this? Cow, you gotta kill this Bala right now. Alright, our opponent's finally gonna wise up and start using Moonblast here. I actually have no idea why our opponent actually has Flatter. Very interesting attack there. Alright then, what do we send in here? I'm just gonna send in a Ahoy and Rapid Spin this away. And after that, I'll just let Ahoy drop here. Alright, so we are gonna take a little bit more damage just like that. We are going to be sacking quite a few Pokemon though, so we got to be careful here. If our opponent does go for an attack, we'll definitely go down. Oh wait, what if he brings in the Marowak actually? Wait, no, our opponent doesn't have Marowak. What am I doing here? What am I doing? Oh my gosh, I could have gotten rid of the rocks. I might actually lose this because I did that. Alright, we are going to fire off the Earthquake here though. Will that be enough to kill Fala though? I don't think so. I don't think we have enough damage. Do we? Oh hey, we do actually. Alright, Tapu Lele is going to go down. Alright then. And let me keep scrolling down though. Ronar got a brain fart, something like that. Ronar, can you explain the queue because it's really confusing me? Okay, sorry about that. I've not been paying too much attention to chat right now. So basically, it goes in order of this. Whoever's online first will get the battle. If multiple people are online first, then I will be picking whoever is first in queue. The blue that you see up top is the people who were here yesterday who didn't get their battles in, so they have priority right now. The yellow is people who already got a battle, and they won't be getting priority. They'll be battled last after we get through everyone else, and we probably won't be actually getting through everyone else, so they probably won't. We'll probably just be getting one battle a day for most people. And Beast Mode, I think was from yesterday actually. Beast Mode wanted a battle from yesterday, so let me go put him at the top of the list really fast. Alright, but yeah, freshly caught Tapu Lele. Extrasensory, Moonblast, Flatter are fresh. Lele moves. Oh, I see. I was wondering about that. I was trying to actually Master Ball my Lele, but 1 out of 160 chance of getting the proper nature and hidden power meant I still could not get my Tapu Lele yet. Pretty sure Ahoy will die to a U-turn right here. Alright, now the question is what my opponent still has. Hey guys, we have a new follower. Thank you very much for the follow, Killer King Stark. I do need this thing to Rapid Spin away later though. I need to figure out something I can bring this in on and still be able to Rapid Spin with. There's not really a lot of options here though. Alright. Our opponent's gonna fire off the Bullet Punch. If that's banded, it'll definitely be enough to kill us. And it is not actually banded actually, so we will be able to get the Rapid Spin off. Alright, interesting choice. But now that we know what the Scizor is, it is a bulky defensive Scizor, so we are going to be able to get rid of the rocks right now, and we could probably get some damage off on this guy. Let's go fire off a couple of Earthquakes, trying to get as much damage off on the Scizor as possible here. It is going to be locked into whatever attack it chose earlier, and... wait, what? Okay. Well, I thought I was going to be able to survive a second hit, but that's fine, I guess. Now then, what does our opponent have left here? Alright, I'm going to send in my Scizor again, just to see what my opponent is going to try and do against us. My opponent has the Primarina, the Dying Lycanroc, the Scizor, the Raichu. Raichu will one-shot me, actually. I gotta watch out for the Raichu, I think. Raichu is still alive, and we need that thing dead. Let's just U-turn again. And let's see what our opponent does. We are going to be able to U-turn off of this Scizor here, getting even more damage off on our opponent, just like that. So come on back, Sleet, and let's see what our opponent does next. Shoot, we're running low on options here. We don't really have a lot of options at this point. Let's go send in the Paper Cut. And our opponent actually has Roost on his Scizor, actually. Uh-oh, that's not good for us. Alright, a Roosting Scizor. A Roosting Defensive Scizor. Alright, that's going to give us quite a few problems right now. I think our only hope of actually winning this is if we somehow manage to kill the Scizor right now. So we're going to start spamming Swords Dance here and pray that this works out for us. Because no matter what, this is not going to work at all. Our opponent is going to fire off the U-turn here. And breaking our Sash, doing tons of damage to us. There's not much we can do to the Scizor. Uh-oh, we're in trouble right now. No, I might have sacked a few too many Pokemon right now. I needed something to take care of the Scizor, which I still didn't have. Raichu is going to take a bit more Stealth Rocks damage. If I knew I could take a hit from this Raichu, I would totally do it, but I definitely cannot, so we're going to have to switch out to Slee here, I think. Unless that thing has Hidden Power Fire. What if that thing has Hidden Power Fire? Would it? Alright. We have no choices right now. Let's go switch out to Scizor really fast. So come on back, Kartana, and we're going to send out Slee once more and try to do some more U-turns here. Try and do as much damage as possible to our opponent. And that thing actually gets the Focus Blast. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. We're going to eat a Focus Blast straight to the face here, and that is going to do a ton of damage to us. And with that, we're going to be in a lot of trouble here, actually. We're running out of a lot of options right now, and we're going to be dead very fast if we don't actually respond to this well. We are going to be able to fire off another Bullet Punch onto this Raichu here. Uh-oh, uh-ohs. However, I think the opposing Scizor is going to be a problem for us. Let's see what's going on in chat right now. Alright then. Hello, Killer Keem Starp. How's it going? Welcome to the stream. And what is Beast Mode doing again? He's talking about his hatred Pokemon. Oh. In case you guys don't know, Beast Mode has an Incineroar and he just loves to pronounce his name all the time in stream for whatever reason. Nobody has any clue why, but he just loves his Incineroar a lot. Our opponent is going to send out their own Scizor though, and we're going to be in a lot of trouble here. We can't actually do anything to this Scizor right now. We're going to be in a lot of trouble here. I can try to fire off Bullet Punches, but it won't do any damage to this guy at all, and he will be able to roost it all back up. He's going to fire the Bullet Punch back, and we are going to go down to that. Wait, what? Oh yeah, we don't take any damage at all. Okay. Let's go fire off as much damage as possible onto this thing. Alright, he's going to try and roost up, though. What can we do against the Scizor? There's not much we can do against it. I could try to keep its HP low enough for Kartana to try and possibly kill, but aside from that, though, I don't see that there's anything else that we can do here. Alright, we're gonna have to make the hard switch right now. Come on back, Slee. I don't think we'll do any damage to this thing just by doing that. So we're gonna be sending in Paper Cut really fast, and hopefully Paper Cut will be able to do something for us. Our opponent is gonna start setting up the Swords Dance, and we're gonna be in a lot of trouble if we can't kill this thing right now with our next few attacks. So let's try our very best to do as much damage to our opponent as possible here. We are gonna be sending out the Sacred Sword right now. So here comes the Sacred Sword, trying to do as much damage to Scizor as possible, and not enough. Our opponent is going to be able to fire off the U-turn, and Kartana will go down to that attack right there. Critical hit, actually. I don't think the crit mattered, though, with the Swords Dance. And our opponent is going to be sending out their next Pokemon. Now, I think at this point our opponent has this down in the bag, unless my Scizor can act... Oh, I know, with, Yeah, I think with, Rocks, we might actually be able to kill that thing. Okay. Okay, I think we might have this, actually. We might have this. Let's go send in Nilly really fast, though. Nilly will definitely be able to kill our opponent right now in one shot. Unless this thing actually is bulky. Is this going to be a bulky Primarina? Alright, we are going to be able to fire off the Sludge Bomb here. Let's see how much damage we can do to this thing. And it is actually going to be a one-shot. Perfect. Alright. That's exactly what I wanted to see. We are going to get off the Beast Boost here. Our opponent is going to send in the Scizor again. And their Scizor is going to definitely have to Bullet Punch us. Otherwise, it risks dying to the Power Gem. And after that, our Scizor should be able to come in and one-shot this thing. Because we do know that our own Scizor is faster than this thing for whatever reason. And it is going to take a bit of Stealth Rocks damage there. I think, unless we've just been winning a bunch of speed ties, I am pretty sure we have this 1-1 here. So let's go fire off the Power Gem. Our opponent is actually going to try and roost up. Power Gem is going to one-shot the Scizor, and that is going to be the game. Good game there, Lemon. Very hard battle there. Lots of fun, man. And, I have a Shiny Drampa and Turtonator. Sounds awesome there. Ultra Beast from Wonder Trade, that sounds awesome too. Oh wait, our opponent still has the Wolf Thing. Wolf Thing's gonna die to the Stealth Rocks though. And that's gonna be the battle. Good game to our opponent here. Hi, how's it going there, Ghostly Shadow? Welcome to the stream. Sorry I have not been paying attention to the chat right now. I've been trying to focus on winning that battle here.